A raspy exhaust note, torquey engine, sorted chassis, and fun to ride characteristics, the Apache 204V already had a lot going for it. Now that it's received the BS6 update, well, it's cleaner and greener too. But is it still the same Apache 204V that we have come to love? Or is it better? Let's find out. The TVS Apache RTR 204V BS6 has had a comprehensive facelift. Up front is a new LED headlamp with LED DRLs flanked by a new headlamp mask with sharper lines. The lower part of the headlamp is taken up by the low beam. When the high beam is turned on, the upper LEDs too light up. TVS claims that it has worked on trying to make the LEDs look like daylight, which would in turn make it easier for riders to see at night without blinding others. Other details up front include the conventional telescopic fork being finished in a shade of gold. The BS6 Apache 204V rides on stylish alloy wheels which have been carried forward from the outgoing model. The motorcycle also features racy graphics all over the motorcycle, which only makes it look more attractive. The rear end of the motorcycle carries forward the design and styling from the outgoing model. It features an LED tail lamp and bulb lit indicators. The exhaust system is the same twin barrel unit and still produces a lovely exhaust note. The biggest difference when compared to the outgoing model is the new BS6 emissions compliant engine. It is still the same air and oil cooled 197.75cc single cylinder engine from the outgoing model. However, TVS's engineers had to make quite a few changes to it in order to reduce emissions. In order to help with BS6 compliance, TVS's engineers have moved the catalytic converter to the downpipe or header closer to the exhaust valves. According to the technical team at TVS, this helps in reducing emissions because the catalyst in the catalytic converter now gets heated up quicker than it usually would. The new BS6 engine has a maximum power output of 20.21 bhp at 8500 rpm and a peak torque output of 16.8 Nm at 7500 rpm. That is a drop of 0.03 bhp and 1.3 Nm when compared to the outgoing model. Also, the peak torque now comes in at 7500 rpm instead of 7000 rpm. Has the BS6 update affected the performance? Not really. The race-tuned fuel injection saves the day with its responsiveness. TVS has also equipped the motorcycle with glide-through technology. The motorcycle can move in first, second and third gears without any throttle input, given that it is already at that speed. The motorcycle also features a race-tuned slipper clutch that prevents the rear wheel from locking up at high RPMs. The 0 to 60 kmph run is done in just over 4 seconds and the 0 to 100 kmph run is managed in just over 12 seconds. We managed to do 127 km per hour on the straights while in a crouched racing position, but sitting upright will reduce the top speed to around 117 km per hour. The TVS Apache 204V has always been one of the best handling motorcycles in the segment. The front end is light enough to flick it through traffic and also good enough for track use. The suspension takes the small bumps on the racetrack in its stride. Out on the road, we have found that the Apache RTR 200 offers the most comfortable ride in its segment. The BS6 Apache rides on TVS Tires Remora Pro Torque range of tires and they're quite simply brilliant. Braking duties are handled by a 270mm pedal disc up front and a 240mm disc at the rear. Dual channel ABS comes as standard fitment. The most important feature on the TVS Apache RTR 200 4V BS6 is the new Smart Connect feature and the new LCD instrumentation. The LCD instrument console comes with an inbuilt dot matrix display that shows information relayed to it by the smartphone app. It also displays the top speed achieved, the quickest 0 to 100 kmph time, average speed, incoming call alerts, crash alert, etc. The console can be paired to a smartphone app through which it shows navigation directions, low fuel warning and directions to the nearest petrol station, ride statistics, etc. The BS6 update on the TVS Apache RTR 204V has made the motorcycle better than the old one in several ways. TVS could have used this opportunity to equip the motorcycle with a 6-speed gearbox, since the Apache is the only motorcycle in the segment that still makes do with a 5-speed gearbox. However, when these details are overlooked, the Apache 204V BS6 is better in every single way. The 2020 TVS Apache RTR 204V is better than the outgoing model in every single way. The engine is cleaner and greener without losing out on its performance or that lovely exhaust note. It gets a new instrument cluster with lots of features, LED headlamps, etc. etc. So there you have it, the 2020 Apache RTR 204V BS6. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to DriveSpark for auto news, reviews and updates.